With surfing being my passion, I thought, heck, this wakeboarding thing must be a cinch. Even the grommets make it look like a breeze to get up and out of the water. Now, I've been told a bunch of different ways to get out on the water, tip to toes, twist my hips. I've heard it all, and all I want to do is just to get out there and give it a test. The water is clean and clear, a little bit of weed from the recent rain, but all in all, perfect for the family. Atkinson has a boating limit of 15 allowed on the water at any given time, but yet each dam has different rules and regulations, so be sure to have all the info before setting out. There are a handful of places just like this in South-East Queensland, and all the information is available online on the SEQ Water website. That's www.seqwater.com.au. They've got everything there from permits to regulations right through to current dam capacity and even the virtual tours of waterways and facilities throughout the southeast. It's a great resource and vital before making any plans or trips to the inland water. Check this out, morning tea on the water's edge. How good is this? Now, I got Gwenda and Shona next to me. I see you're very comfortable in these seats, sitting back, observing. Is that what you guys do? Are you the observers, making sure everything runs smoothly, the tea and coffee gets made, all the, the yummy cakes, sunscreens on, the hats, all the right stuff for the kids? Is that how it works? Or can I throw it out there and say, do you get out in the water and have a ball as well?
We never used to, but we do now.
You do now, so is it only a very new thing? So we're, what, weeks, months, what's...
She wakeboards.
What? Wakeboards as well? Yeah. You're not like a hidden world champion or something, you're not telling me, and I'm going to get out there and you're just going to start going crazy?
No, as the mother of 3 boys, I thought I should join them.
Yeah. So you're sitting here one day and you go, geez, it looks fun out there. Let's do it? Yes. That's kind of how it works?
Yes.
And what about yourself, Shona?
Well, we're sort of new to the sport. So we came for the company to begin with and to get the boys away from computer screens, and my daughter is a bit of a daredevil, so to give her an avenue.
Get her out there as well and join in with the boys.
And they've managed to get me on knee boards and face planted many a time. But
perfect, so you and I will have something in common today. A bit of face planting never goes astray. All right, so we've gone from the stage where we can sit here and just look out to actually going out there and enjoy it. Now I guess cutting down to it, who got into it first? We need to know the one that started this whole thing about coming down here and being that one person to start something that was great.
Well, we were invited along, so...
I'd say my husband's to blame.
Yes. To blame, which is a good thing as well, because it doesn't get much better than this.
And I think it's grown from there, where friends are coming along now and the kids are having a ball on a Saturday. Yep.
So getting the kids out of the house, away from the TVs and all that kind of stuff.
And keeping families together too. Yep. It's something that the whole family can be a part of, and there's something for everyone. Like, I've got one that's cautious and one that's very much a daredevil.
Okay.
And another one that's sort of in between, but there's something for all of them. You can take it as far as you want to take it. So
all different levels as well. Yeah. So you can be like the real novice, never been on it before, and then coming out because, there's a lot of kids here today, and they all seem to get along really well, like they've been best mates forever and a day. And there's ones that are obviously different levels at the same time, so some will try to beat the other ones, and then the other ones want to get out there and try to do the same as what they do. So it's all this kind of happy medium between them all.
And I think their confidence builds. They start by sitting in a tube, and then they'll go on their stomach on a tube, and then they might knee board, and it seems to work up.
And builds up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, looks absolutely fantastic. I'm hanging to actually get out there. I haven't been in the water. I've got the board shorts on and the sunscreen on the face, so I'm looking the part of this pointing stage. So if I go out today, are you going to be coming out with me as well?
I might just join you.
Oh, see, this is what we want, It's going to be a bit of healthy competition out on the water. But like I said before, you better not be like a hidden talent of some amazing wakeboarder and do something crazy in front of me, because I'm going to be the one face planting. Well, so you and I maybe should go out together.
If you need a face planting partner, I'm the one.
That would be spot on.
You tend to start from the shore.
Oh. I heard that was the hard part, to start from the shore and then go out the back. Anyway, this is crazy. You guys are probably a lot better than what I'll be anyway. So obviously at the end of the day, we've got to narrow it all down. It is a family thing to bring all the kids along, get, any ages, boys, girls, all the way up to teenagers as well. Get out there, bit of camping, fresh air, and just have a lot of fun.
Great day.
It's fun now. It gets a little bit competitive later, I guess. No?
No.
What about if I keep falling over and then I might get, oh, geez, I wish I was better.
Embarrassing. Embarrassing might be the word, because
No, that's all right.
Takes you to new limits,
Well, I'll leave you ladies to your cup of tea and your coffees. I might gear up and get ready to go out there and do some face planting. What do you reckon?
Yes,
Sound good? And then you can laugh at me as well. All right, beautiful. Thank you very much. These PWCs are brilliant, budget friendly, fuel efficient, and just perfect for those family fun-filled water adventures. Whether it's just to get you from A to B, to tow the kids, or even to throw your mates on the back, the versatility of these bad boys is absolutely incredible. A great way to experience more when you're taking to the water, and an ever increasingly popular way to buy into the boating lifestyle. These little babies have definitely got it all. Waterproof storage, optional extras, ticking all the boxes, you got the whole kit and caboodle. Additional modifications to suit any family with any budget, and for anyone that had in the mind for fishing, day trips, camping, water sports. I tell you, that list is just very impressive and just keeps on going. Now I'm standing here next to Tom. He's going to give us a bit of a rundown of this beautiful little PWC sitting behind us right now. I guess the thing that excites me most about something like this is you were saying before that there has just as much power as, say, the other boat travelling out on the water.
That's right.
For size comparison, a lot smaller.
Yep.
So give us a rundown. Tell me something exciting about this thing.
Okay, it's got 260 horsepower.
Yep.
And it's whereas the boat's got a 5 litre V8, this is a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder, but it's got a supercharger on it. So that's what gets the extra
up and
grunt.
panning along nice and quick.
Yeah. So it'll pull about 110, 120 k's an hour on the water.
Okay, and they're becoming more and more, the PWC is more and more popular on the water now because, you know, for such a large boats, get in the water, drop back all the time, these guys, you can pretty much launch from anywhere.
Yep.
And away they go. And the power, as you were saying, is just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what attracted me to jet skis to start off with, was that we live at Manly, so it's 5 minutes down the road, chuck it in the bay there. I'll take the boys, I've got 3 boys, and go over to one of the islands, or we come up here, go skiing for the day. So nice and versatile that you can do lots of different things with it. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. And this one we have here is a 3-seater, 2-seater?
3-seater.
3-seater there, so you can have like a spotter at the back, and you can really easy to do wakeboarding and stuff off as well.
Yeah, not a problem at all. We can pull, before I had my son and 2 of his mates, 3 kneeboarders in behind it. You can pull a barefoot skier, so yeah, it can pull pretty much anything out of the water. All
right, so we're obviously kitted this one up here for doing a bit of wakeboarding or skiing behind it as well. Got the attachment just clipped on there.
Yep.
Now, obviously you can get other attachments for them if you wanted to, say, take up fishing or, you know, something else as well. So this is very versatile and it has the power to go with it as well.
Yeah, it certainly does. There's a few different manufacturers that make different things. There's ones that make an esky that can bolt onto the back with rod holders, so you can go out and go do deep sea fishing if that's what you like to do. So yeah, you can do lots of different things with them.
Beautiful. And then literally being in the fresh water today, you just give it what? Do you need to flush them out once you've been in, say, the fresh water like this?
Not in fresh water, salt water most definitely.
Yep.
Pretty much when I get home from here is I usually just wash it down, chamois it down, stick it back in the garage. So, you know, it's usually about half an hour and it's all done and it's put away and you're done.
And you're all set. So like a nice car, do you polish these things? What's the maintenance on something like this?
No, it's really just making sure it's washed after each use, and I always keep it garage so that it keeps it out of the sun. And I usually get it serviced once a year.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it, you know.
So and a cover, do you put a cover over or anything like that? Or
no,
because it's in the garage, it's fine?
Exactly right,
That's it.
Yep.
And trailer-wise as well, same thing, you know, that because it's on the trailer, you don't, maintenance-wise on that, it's not too hard or anything. Literally just put it in there, tuck her up, and away she goes.
Exactly right.
Now, as I was just saying, I've got the boardies on, I'm half in the water, but I guess I've got to ask you more about the uniform, the get-up, you know, the stuff that you wear on the water. I can see, you know, you've got the life jacket on there and the gloves in the hand. Now, gloves, what do we need gloves for?
Well, they're not essential, but one of the things I found when I first started coming was I used to get badly sunburnt on the top of the hands.
So while we're driving, yep.
And the other thing is if you're not towing people skiing and you're mucking around doing a bit of freestyling, it's good for extra grip to hang on so you don't actually slide off the back into the water.
Okay, perfect. Now let's go down into the ropes and stuff like that. Now, is there a cheaper version of a rope as opposed to a really expensive one? What do they consist of?
The ropes, you can, in the cheaper range, they're pretty much just the handle and the rope all in one. Once you go up from there, you can get different lengths, so they're the different adjustable lengths on them.
Okay.
You can also get ones with separate handles, so once you get into the really serious, you know, pro wakeboarding and all that sort of thing, it's you can get separate handles, separate ropes and all that sort of thing. So.
Okay, so there's attachments on them. So I can only relate things back to surfing because that's where I've grown up doing it. Now we get different size fins, you know, different size boards, all that comp boards and everything like that. So it's very similar in that way when it comes to the wakeboarding with the ropes. You know, as you start getting better, you can get those attachments on it. A better rope quality, you know, different colours. You gotta look good as well when you're walking down there. It's all about style and fashion.
Yep.
So there's all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, with the wakeboards, boards, most of them have detachable fins. So with my boys, when they first started off, like to have the fins in, give you better control. Once they got used to it, then pull the fins off so they can start spinning around, switching back.
And that's where all the tricks start coming out.
Exactly
then.
right, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And with the jackets too, you'll notice that this one's predominantly black.
Yep.
And you'll find there's some other ones that are brighter yellow and red. And they're the different types that are required if you go out like into the bay.
Okay.
What's classified as partially smooth waters, whereas a dam is considered smooth water. So you don't need the bright colours when you're on the dam, but certainly if you're out in the bay, you need the brighter colours.
Okay,
which are
and that's obviously, if you fall off, people can see you in the water better. Makes it a lot easier for you to be able to spot, so you don't get knocked by a boat or something like that.
Exactly right. Yep.
All right. Now, is there anything else that we need to kind of know to get into wakeboarding? I guess we've talked about the style and the fashion. The cheaper range of your ropes and your gloves and your jackets. Now, is there anything else? Because do your boards have bindings like just snowboards and stuff like that?
Yeah, very, very similar in that they're all interchangeable as well.
Yep.
So again, you can get your cheap bindings up to really expensive ones, fully enclosed boots, ones where your toes hang out. So there are many different sorts. But again, if you're just wanting to start off, like when we first got into it and got the boys into wakeboarding, you can get a board with bindings for around about $400 to $500 to start off with, but you can spend a couple of $1,000 if you want to.
Yeah, so it just keeps going, just like anything. Once you get better into it and more experience and stuff like that, that's when you start going, all right, now I'm going to spend a little bit more money. It's going to let me do more tricks or whatever it might be.
Yep.
Now, does that apply to skis as well? We got skis, we got knee boards, we got the whole kit and caboodle today.
We do, and exactly right. You can get really cheap. Like our first knee board we bought was a cheap plastic one.
Yep.
Then once the boys started doing tricks and that sort of thing, we moved up to a fiberglass one, a lot easier to spin around. And same with skis as well. You can get different bindings which are attachable as well on the skis. Same thing. You can get a good set of double skis for about $300.
Okay.
But again, you can spend a couple of $1,000s on a single ski. So it depends on where you're at.
And now I'm not sure we can go down the right path here, but a single ski in itself, what's the major difference? Well, you were saying a couple of $1,000 on one ski as opposed to getting two. At the end of the day, I'll be thinking you'd always want to buy two. But I know you do single skiing. Now, what's the major difference with price-wise for that single one? Is it the shape of it, or? No,
because you'll find that most double skis always have on one of them the foothold on the back, so you can always single ski on a double set of skis.
Okay.
You drop one and go in. Once you get up, you got different composites, same carbon, all your different sorts of materials. That's where your costs start to run up.
Lighter in the water, smoother transition, all that kind of stuff.
Different shapes, like if you're a really big person, they've got some wide, nice big wide skis that helps you get up out of the water to start off with. So there's all different sorts.
Just keeps going, doesn't it? The list just keeps going on and on and on, and then obviously costs as well. Now, I see just here we got just taking off. Now, what do we call that? Is that a tube or?
Just a tube, yeah.
Just a tube.
And they come in all different shapes and sizes as well. Yeah,
so there's ones, I've seen ones that you can actually take off on the side, get a bit of air. And now is that, what's 2 people, 3 people? What's the size?
That's a 3-person one, that one, yeah.
Yep. And they go on a weight ratio or anything like that, or you can just throw the little covers on there and away they go?
Yeah, not a problem.
Bounce around and hold on for dear life.
Yep. But same as all these things, you can start off and it can cost you a little amount, or if you want to get serious, you can spend a lot amount of money. But it's the sort of thing you can get into early on and not have a huge expense, and then you can move on from there.
That's it, just like any sport or anything like that, you just build your way up with time. Oh well, I'm really excited about getting out there. I just saw these guys take off, so I think it's enough chit chat and I think we should get on the water.
Sounds good to me.
After the break, all my patient waiting finally pays off and I get out behind the boats. Plus, we catch up with Matt from John Crawford Marine as he shows us all the bits and bobs you should keep handy on board your boat. Because you never know when you'll need a spare dunny roll.
Well, that's taken care of there as well.
So, I guess we'll see you in a tick.